Well, it's finally happening. All the parts are pretty much here and I'm ready to build the... Wait a second, I've already done this. But last time I attempted this build, a lot of things have gone wrong. Because of that VRM heatsink, I cannot get this fan in there all the way. I can't even put in a second fan just on its own because the CPU power connector's in the way. To add insult to injury, the thing won't even boot. So let's see if today it goes any better. Starting off with actually the same motherboard, B650E Aorus Master, though not the exact same one because, well, as you remember, I was having some issues with that one. So I got it RMA'd and I got this, a brand new one that I'm going to use for this build. Man, that new hardware smell. Now, the interesting part is that when the RMA guys were testing it, they actually got it to boot, which is slower than I got it. But then it crashed several seconds later and wouldn't give them a second chance. We are also sticking with the same Ryzen 7950X. So this is going to be about as good of an AMD build as you can have right now. Just like last time, we were also using 64 gigs of Corsair DDR5 lightning fast memory. And again, just like last time, I challenge you to name one thing that's more satisfying in PC building than having all of your DIMM slots occupied, because look at that. And now probably the hardest part, actually aligning it in the case. The case is once again the Pop Air from Fractal, which, as you probably remember, we had quite a few issues with, but issues that I'm gonna actually try and address in this video. And just as I'm screwing in the final screw, I remembered I haven't put my SSDs in yet, so I'm gonna have to do it in the case. Lovely. And if you're working with this motherboard or a similar one, just remember to take off the little plastic wrap on both sides of the heatsink, so you actually have, you know, actual contact between the M.2 and the thermal pads. Now, even though this is a Gen 5 rated board, we aren't using Gen 5 drives, maybe because they aren't even really out yet. I'm using the two Gen 4 drives, which I'm actually using already in my current build. So, you know, like recycling and all that. And also I couldn't be bothered to get new ones, and I don't need to because I have no other use for them. Okay, I think it's now time to the thing that I wasted the most time on last time and it didn't even end up working properly, the CPU cooling. Because as you might remember, there was a massive problem with the fact that the radiator just wouldn't fit. But even worse, when it added in the CPU power connector, not even the fans on their own would fit. So naturally what I thought to myself is, what is going on here? Fractal are a sensible company for the most part. How could they overlook something so big? Or is it just a defect with my current case? And the answer turned out a bit more interesting than I imagined. Included with the packaging for this case were these things, what Fractal call, I believe, the radiator extension brackets. So given how they're just kind of included on the top of the case packaging, I assume what happened is that this is an actual oversight with this case, or at least this series of cases. So Fractal created this band-aid solution in the meantime, which I gotta say, how on earth do you forget to have space for fans at the top of your case? Especially seeing how well the rest of the case is thought out. But whatever, I don't want to be too negative against Fractal because, as always, I still kind of want them to answer my emails and start sending me review samples, but whatever. Well, okay, now let's see if Okay, I clearly haven't done this properly. Guys, I think this is actually going to work. I think we're gonna actually have a proper 240mm radiator in this build, finally. And now that the CPU cooler is finally in, we get to the most exciting part. Cable managing all of it. When I was young, I had a dream that I'd spend all day tidying cables. Somebody shoot me. And now the part which I really didn't think through, actually reaching the fan headers at the top with the AIO already in there. I may actually have to take out some of the memory just so I can fit. I mean, just imagine if I'm doing all of this cable management work right now and the thing itself isn't going to boot again. Okay, the front doesn't look too bad, but the back would beg to differ. But whatever, instead of trying to cable manage everything before I even know it works, I'm gonna add in the graphics card, which is once again the GTX 1080 Ti. The same card I use right now, still fantastic, but showing its age. Issue is, of course, that you can't really get anything better right now, so kind of have to stay with it. Also, look manufacturers, you can still have 2 HDMI on your graphics card without sacrificing your precious free DisplayPort. And does your RTX 4090 have DVI? Didn't think so. At this point, I might have better luck just buying a second one of these and just running them in SLI before I actually find an RTX 4090. So yeah, if I get desperate enough, I guess that's a video that would get quite a few clicks in 2022. And with that, everything is pretty much ready. So now for the moment of truth, actually turning it on. And now we just wait for the memory training to finish, and seeing how it has 64 gigs, we're going to be waiting for a while. Oh, okay, it went quiet. So hopefully something is gonna like show up in a second. Maybe, please. Okay, it's resetting. You can hear it's resetting in there. Okay, but like, oh, whoa. We're in. Okay, so we are in the BIOS right now. That is about as far as we got last time. I'm not going to go with XMP right off the bat. I just want to see if it actually works. But everything's detected. The CPU, the 64 gigs of memory, all the drives seem to be here as well. So I don't think we actually have to change anything here yet. And let's just see if it actually works. I'm actually running on my brand new PC, well, mostly brand new, and it's actually working. Let's quickly go into Task Manager. Here it is, Ryzen 9 7950X, and this is weird. That is such a weird sight because I've never actually had integrated graphics before. So it's actually showing me the integrated GPU as a GPU 1 here. And go away, Discord. There's only one thing left we can do to celebrate, and that is a quick run of Cinebench R23 to see exactly how fast it is. Oh my word, look at it go. This is already like 10 times faster than my last CPU. That is insane. What kind of temps are we on even? Oh yeah, I forgot. You still can't check temps in Task Manager because it's like ancient whatever. Look at it go. And it's done. Oh, look at that, 34K. We've beaten out, and by a long margin, a 32-core Threadripper, and that's without XMP. This is like actually, genuinely, like actually pretty insane. Have I said actually insane enough yet? Because I feel like I haven't, because this thing is working after all the issues I had with it last time. So enjoy, my friends, enjoy it. Now naturally there's still a lot to be done about this PC, mainly the fact that I'm going to be whole custom water cooling it. But of course I kind of don't want to do that until I get a good replacement RTX 4090 to finally be able to retire my GTX 1080 Ti. But until that day, I'm going to have a lot of fun with this, so definitely subscribe if you want to see me attempt to water cool this thing, even though I've never water cooled anything before. And if you like this video and you want to help me recover from the mental trauma that this PC inflicted on me, then make sure to check out our Patreon, because even a single $1 a month truly goes a long way, while you get awesome perks as well. And also let the bang like existing patrons, Gavin Burns, Ryan, Aki B, Justin Rage, Ella Vroniak, Bardosh Velka, Next Sumner, Shane Allcroft, Lansby, and Jesse Hubman. Thank you guys so much, support truly goes a long way. Down here you can find our merch store, our Discord server, and our social links as well. But anyway, that's what it's. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember, subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone. Cured. Bye.